Hello everyone, I am Akshay of Data Science A section. I COA Computer Organization Architecture topic is about a new phase in non-volatile memory. Non-volatile memory and a volatile memory. What does a non-volatile memory mean? Non-volatile memory is a type of computer memory that has the capability to hold a saved data even if the power is turned off. Unlike the volatile memory of non-volatile memory does not require its memory data to be periodically refreshed. It is commonly used for secondary storage or long-term resistant storage. Non-volatile memory is highly popular among the digital media. It is widely used in memory chips for USB memory sticks and the digital camera. Non-volatile memory irradiates the need of relatively slow types of secondary storage systems, including hard disks. Non-volatile memory is known as non-volatile storage. Non-volatile memory storage can be classified into two types: mechanically addressed system, electrically addressed system. Mechanically addressed systems make use of context structure to write on a selected storage medium. The amount of data storage is a way in much larger than what's possible in an electrically addressed system. A few examples of mechanically addressed systems: an optional disk, hard disk, holographic memory, and magnetic tapes. The electrically addressed systems are characterized based on the right mechanism. They're costly but faster than the mechanically addressed memory, which are affordable but slow. A few examples of electrically addressed systems are flash memory, frame, and RAM. Some examples of non-volatile memory include all types of read-only memory, flash memory, most of the magnetic storage devices such as hard disk, magnetic tape, and floppy disk. Earlier, computer storage solutions include a patched cards and paper tape optional disk. What does a non-volatile memory express? That is NVMe mean. Non-volatile memory express is a scalable and highly performing host controller interface with command set and streamlined register interface. It is designed for the data center system entrepreneurs that make use of storage based on non-volatile memory. The device is based on the non-volatile memory mean express are available in 2.5 inches form factor devices and a stand size of PCI Express expansion cards. NVM Express can help the industries and data centers in meeting the higher performance demands related to non-volatile memory storage. Non-volatile memory express. The focus of non-volatile memory express is to increase the performance and the operationality on a wide range of client and enterprise systems. Similar to the other solid-state devices, non-volatile memory express makes a parallelism levels and incompletely utilized by the host application and hardware. Due to this, it reduces the input or output overhead and brings in many performance improvements compared to other logical device interfaces like reduced latency and long multiple command queues. On the salient features of non-volatile memory express is that to require no register reads in order to provide a command. It also has streamlined storage stack. Both these factors combine in helping non-volatile memory express achieve in low latency, and non-volatile memory express provides a single software interface standard of PVLs and solid-state devices. So there are No questions about the compatibility issues, and we will slightly organize in a memory-based storage. There are many distinct values associated with non-volatile memory express. It significantly improves the sequential and random performance thanks to the reduction in latency. It is capably accessing more data per CPU cycle. It also enables a high parallelism level and help in streamlining and non-volatile memory expertise that gives a standard-based approach which helps in enabling adoption at a border level and PCL and solid-state device interoperability compared to the SAT-based solid-state devices. An express device provide lower power consumption and higher input or output operation per second with the help of multiple queues. NVPL Express ensures the CPU utilizes to its full potential. Input-output operation per second are not bottlenecked or disrupted or by single core elimination. What is a volatile storage mean? Volatile storage mean is a type of computer memory that needs power to preserve storage data. If the computer is switched off, anything stored in the volatile memory is removed or deleted. All random access memory other than COMs and RAM used in the big becomes is volatile. A RAM is typically used as a primary storage or a main memory in a computer system. Since the primary storage demands a stream speed, it mainly uses volatile memory due to the volatile nature of RAM. Users often need to use their work to the non-volatile permanent medium such as a hard drive or in order to avoid data loss. Volatile storage is also known as volatile memory or temporary memory. Here is a flowchart which shows the roadmap for non-volatile express main technology. Non-volatile storage. There are two kinds of volatile RAM, dynamic and static, even though both types needed combination continuous electrical current or proper functioning. There are some important difference as well. Dynamic RAM is very popular due to its cost effectiveness. If a computer has a 1 gigabyte or 512 megabytes of RAM, a specific description, dynamic RAM, DRAM stores each byte of the information in a different capacitor within the integrated circuit. DRAM chips needed on just one single capacitor and one transistor to store each byte of information. This makes it space efficient and inexpensive. The main advantage of static RAM is that it is much faster than dynamic RAM. Its disadvantage is its high price, and RAM does not need a continuous electric refresher, but it still requires a constant current on the sustain the difference in the voltage. In general, RAM needs less power than DRAM, even though the power requirement differ based on the computer clock speed. At moderate speeds, RAM usually requires a fraction of power used as DRAM. Ideally, power stores are less and the transistors use lots of power consist. It is more likely use the device like switches, routers, cable modems, etc. for buffering and transmitted information. The physical structure of electronic property of non-volatile memory makes it faster compared to the electromechanical storage devices such as hard devices which make it an ideal candidate as a computer main form of memory. In the term of security, then the volatile memory is very secure since it does not retain any record at all after power is removed, so no data can be slaved. Or however it is since all the data is lost, Secondary storage device. What the secondary storage device mean? A secondary storage device refers to non-volatile device that is internal and external to the computer. It can be any storage device beyond a primary that enables permanent data storage. Secondary storage device is also known as auxiliary storage and contrary to storage of external. Secondary storage device primarily refer to the storage device that serve an addition to the computer's primary storage, RAM and cache memory. Since they always consist of non-volatile memory, they allow the user to permanent store data on them. Typically, secondary storage allows for the storage of data ranging for a few megabytes to petabytes. These device storage virtually all programs and applications stored on the computer, including the operating system, device drivers, application, and general user data. They are used for the variety of purpose ranging from backup data and used for the future restores and disaster recovery. Long-term archiving for the data that is not frequently accessed, and the storage of non-critical data is lower performing, less expensive drives. The fundamental characteristics of secondary storage and high capacity and low cost, all through speed, reliability, and portability might be important, and logability and long-term accessibility may be an issue. For an example, a lot of data from the previous decades has been stored as a magnetic is now practically unusable. Secondarily, stored data might be under the direct control of operating system. For example, many organizations store their archival data for critical document on the secondary storage device, which cannot be accessed by their main network to ensure their uh, pres preservation whenever a data breach occurs. Since these drives do not interact directly with the main infrastructure, can be situated in a remote or secure site, it is unlikely that a hacker may access these drives unless they are physically stolen. Most of the secondary storage devices used to be internal to the computer, such as a hard disk drive and the tab disk drive, and even optional storage drive and Blu-ray and DVD and floppy disk. However, today secondary devices are frequently externally specifyingly the introduction to USB flash drives and plug and play drives. Also, maybe many storage devices are now virtual cables and residing the third-party cloud receivers service such as the Dropbox, Google Drive, Amazon Web Series, and cloud priorities, particularly used in companies to embrace the software services, although the form of backup storage such as tape drives and floppy disks. Floppy disks have long abundant secondary devices included solid state devices, hard disk drives, long cloud storage, CD-ROM drives, DVD drives, and Blu-ray drives, USB flash drives, floppy disk, tape drives, and zip and swap drives. Secondary assigned to the D onwards, the modern system. There has been historically old Windows operating system volume letter A, B, C, and were reserved for two floppy drives. A and B and C are primary drive, usually hard disk. This is the non-volatile memory's working function. It is a non-volatile storage, register, reliability, and visibility. These are the comparing memory types in non-volatile with other memory types. Look at this list of Types and description of primary usages like electrically orable programmable erasable programmable road only memory, land flash, nor flash programming, read only memory, read only memory, random access. This is the difference of description and examples of volatile and non memory inside falls onto two categories, volatile and non-volatile. This type of memory loses all its data when the power source is turned off. This type of memory will not retain all the data when it loses power source. RAM, cache and memory, solid state drives, hard disk, read only memory, USB cable. This is a uh, volatile memory and this is a non-volatile memory storage disk. Non-volatile is there are few examples of non EDX is and EDP. This is the description and be briefly understandable examples and short form understandable non-volatile register. It's a diagram which shows how the non-volatile register works. I hope you all have understood a new phase of non-volatile memory and its memory accessibilities by these slides. Thank you. Here I conclude about volatile memory.